14 words. Out of the 750 words in the flag burning executive order, there are 14 specific words that tell us how the White House might try to circumvent the Supreme Court decision that declared flag burning constitutional, and how the White House might use that to suppress the critics of the government. The words are contained in this paragraph. They're the ones that I highlighted, but the key word is content-neutral laws. Content-neutral laws are the ones that regulate how speech is conducted. They essentially say you can express whatever opinion you want, but you can't, for example, burn a car while doing that, no matter what opinion you're expressing. The executive order says the administration will prosecute flag burning, but only when it's coupled with certain other conducts, and then it lists them as an example: civil rights violation, hate crimes, arson, and so on. Essentially, what this paragraph is saying is that the administration will prosecute somebody burning the flag, but not because of the conduct of burning the flag as a means of expression, but because of the conduct around it. But have you noticed something interesting? All of these conducts are already crimes that can be prosecuted on their own with or without burning the flag. So why add the flag? Because it allows the government to suppress free speech by creating a made-up crime that they'll call unpatriotic behavior. You see, by tying together crime and burning the flag, the administration is trying to blur the lines between crime and free speech. You can argue that the simple fact of burning the flag violates, for example, arson laws, and along with it, you argue that it incites violent conduct. Once you convince the Supreme Court to narrow the application of free speech, that becomes a prosecutable precedent. And that opens the door for the government to start arguing that marches or demonstrations are just as bad as burning the flag. They can then start arguing that articles or videos that are openly critical of the government incite unpatriotic behavior, and that is a type of dissent that the government can and must repress. Because this is only the first step. It's an excuse to allow the Supreme Court to identify an exception that creates a crack in the system that protects free speech. And from that little crack and this order, repression can seep in freely.